hammered yesterday. The Nasdaq 100 basically in correction territory.
It's down about 10% from its recent highs, but the idea that it hasn't seen a new high going back to 2025 gives you a sense of just how far we've fallen. They've lost their leadership. What does it mean at a time when we have talked to a lot of investment managers saying that big tech is the haven, that we are not seeing that actually play out at a time of stress?
So much of this market, tech problems, the Middle East, private credit, and bond yields just squeeze higher, making everything worse. Tighter financial conditions, yields up by 4 basis points, 4.45 on 10s, 2s around 4%. The president removing near-term escalation risk, but introducing longer-term uncertainty with 10 days of talks.
Especially because oil prices still are around that $100 a barrel, presenting a quagmire for central bankers. Do they hike rates? Do they keep rates where they are for a prolonged period of time, even as you do get some demand destruction? And you talk about how you do have financial conditions tightening. They're not tightening very quickly, but around the margins, just steadily increasing with mortgage rates hitting their highest levels.
This is not AI.
It's spring selling season, which isn't welcome news for a lot of you working in the housing market, I'm sure, and if you're looking to sell your home or buy a home, of course. In the commodity market right now, Brent crude, Brent 110, WTI 96. It's the persistence of this story that is going to cause problems. The Strait of Hormuz remains closed.
Absolutely, and there's a note from Macquarie today that if this goes on till June, which at this moment, potentially you could see the Strait not being operational in the normal way. This can go on to June. You're looking at $200 a barrel. Caught my attention this morning, Qatar Energy. Force majeure for liftings through May. This is liquefied natural gas that the world is really relying on, especially Europe and Asia.
Stocks are softer this morning. We're negative 0.4% with some single names, some morning movers. Danny Berger has more. Hey, Danny.
Hey, John. AstraZeneca this morning up 3.6%, releasing the results for a treatment of a deadly lung disease. That result showed that it was able to target improvement for the deadly lung disease. Bloomberg Intelligence saying that this would be a $5 billion addressable market for AstraZeneca. So shares, again, rising in the pre-market. You mentioned the tech, you mentioned the big cap, but it's also software, which continues to get hammered. The blame was originally put on that Google announcement of compressing the need for memory, but the pain has really continued. SanDisk and Western Digital and Micron all down at least 2.3%. SanDisk is down 15% in this week alone. It's also up 1,000% over the past year. So some of those gains coming off. Now, finally, wrapping things up with some deal news. Brown-Forman, those shares moving unchanged at the moment. This is the maker of Jack Daniels. They announced it as a merger of equals, which tends never to actually be the truth. But with them and Pernod Ricard, they're both heavily family-owned businesses. According to people familiar, this deal would involve a lot of stock, so those owners can keep control. So Brown-Forman, one to keep an eye on, but unchanged at the moment, John.
Danny, thank you. Thanks for the update. More from Danny in the next hour. On our radar this morning, President Trump announcing an executive order bypassing Congress to pay TSA agents during the partial government shutdown. This morning, the Senate approved